Welcome back to our monthly deal or no deal. I'm really excited about this one. One of the properties I'm going to be discussing is something that we owned and since have sold. I'll try not to be biased, but I do want to go through these two, both really great buildings. All right, let's jump into these deals. First, we have the building that we did own and have since sold. I do kind of miss it, but that's beside the point. What we're looking at here is approximately a 17-unit office building. We're going to be comparing that building, which is in a great area, to another building of comparable makeup as far as units offered. It's got approximately 15 units, but it is not in a great area. It's in an okay area, but it's for about half the price. So let's just dig into this. In the not so great area, we've got about 15 units, and it's going for $465,000. Conversely, the one that we did own was in an awesome area, it was right on the river, but it's for more than double. It's for $1 million. And again, we've got about 17 units here. So as far as makeup, it's similar. Dissimilar would be the price and the location. And we know location. So let's dig into the numbers here. We obviously have some higher rents here on the nicer location as compared to the not so nice. And at a purchase, you're going to have some vacancies, but upon filling them up on the pro forma side, we've got a pretty solid monthly number here, especially compared to the purchase price. As we go down here, we've got taxes, we've got insurance, all really standard stuff. On this one, just like the other one, it is mostly landlord paid utilities, which is very common in office space and quite frankly larger commercial. I love residential real estate, like 1 to 4s or even like some of the small commercial stuff, because generally you're getting the tenants to pay, but in office it's really uncommon. The building we're sitting in now, we own, it's an office building, and we we do pay for all the utilities. So it's really nice when you get like that duplex where you have the tenants paying for everything, but with these, it's really not like that. And that's okay, because that's just kind of the name of the game, to be honest. This is not triple net, this is nothing like that. It's all just small office spaces that are being leased. So again, we're going through here, you can see that the landlord is picking up a lot of these costs here as far as utilities go. We've got net numbers here of approximately $64,000 on the not so nicely situated one. And again, this is on the pro forma side. So we've got all of these units rented. This thing's really rocking and rolling at this point. And again, we're trucking away at about $64,000 net operating income. That's a 37% ROI. That's very solid, but let's just be clear. You're gonna need to put some money into this, because when you buy this day one, look at these rents, $222 compared to a pro forma of $500, that's less than half. You've got at least 6 vacancies here. I mean, that's a big deal. Like, this is gonna take you a minute to get it to this pro forma side. Let's dig into the other one real quick. When we bought this, there was very little vacancies. There's one here, and the pro forma is not that much different. For me, that's huge. I mean, as nice as it is to bump the pro forma like crazy, like, it takes time to do that. Generally, you're not walking into a property and just being like, hey, rents increase. You've got to do all sorts of work. Generally speaking, like, you've got to put money into the space, right, in order to get the rents that you want on the pro forma side. So this is everything, all rented out, sort of top notch, and we're really not that far above the original purchase, which was about $16,000, and pro forma we're at about $18,000. So that's not a huge jump, which I personally like to see. We've got taxes, insurance, all the standard stuff. Again, this is a bigger building. This was 10,000 plus square feet. The other one was smaller, even though they have similar unit composition. So we do have all of the items that the landlord is paying. And again, with the nicer properties, which this one was, you do get stuff like cleaning. We are paying $5,000 a month in cleaning. Like, the property we're in now is also very nice, and we have someone come twice a week to clean. When you are in these nicer properties, you're going to find that you need to do that. You can get away with it at maybe the not so nice properties to not have it cleaned at all or so often, but the nicer properties, you really are going to have to pay for cleaning. So that's an added expense on this one. And again, when we're on the pro forma side, let's just do apples to apples. The other one was in the $60,000 range. We're more than twice that on the net operating income for this better situated property. But again, just a reminder, twice the price. So, and if you're wondering on these rates, this was actually what we got for terms. It was a seller finance deal. We put 15% down on the million and we got a 5.5% rate. The other one, because we're doing apples to apples, was also a seller finance deal. It was a higher down payment at 25%, but a lower rate. It was 3.5%. Because the purchase price is a little bit less, the decrease in rate doesn't have as much of an effect as if it was like another $1 million property, but still 3.5% in today's world, when if you pick this up with financing, it would be at least 7 or 8, is a dream, to be honest with you. But I think the biggest takeaway on this and where we're going to sort of determine the deal or no deal would be on a particular figure here that I want to calculate. So cash on cash return is huge. It basically just measures your total cash it took you to purchase the property versus the net operating income. Cash on cash return assumes that you bought it with cash. So there's no consideration for debt service. So we're gonna forget that we even have this thing financed. As you can see, we've got a purchase price of $465,000. So we're just gonna put this in here. It's $465,000. Everybody knows that there's closing costs. We are going to use $20,000 for closing costs. We are now all in for, let's just say $485,000. This is pretty conservative, but we're gonna use $50,000 for rehab. So we're gonna add in another $50,000 for rehab. So our all-in cash infusion into this property is $535,000. What we're gonna weigh that against is the net operating income here. So $64,089, we're gonna give that $89 a break, and we're gonna use $64,000 for round numbers. So $64,000, and we're gonna divide that by the 535. Our cash on cash, 11.9, call it 12, is 12% cash on cash. It's okay, it's not bad. I wouldn't shake a stick at it, it's okay. Most people are looking for probably higher, especially on the cash on cash figures. But let's and for fairness, go to this one and let's just see where this one lands. We've got $1 million. This is a bigger property. It's $20,000 to close is probably a little low, but it's gonna take nothing as far as rehab. This thing was turnkey, ready to go from day one. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna take the $1 million and we are going to add 40,000 for a total of 1,040,000. And we're gonna weigh that against the pro forma of 129. We're gonna just make it an even 129 divided by 12.4. Okay, so 12.4, 12, very, very close on the cash on cash. But like I was saying at the start of this video, location, location, location. If you put these two in front of me like they are now, and the cash on cash is similar, the makeup's similar, it comes down, even though this one's twice as much, over twice as much as far as the price goes, I'm going with the $1 million nicely situated property for the deal today, and the no deal is gonna be the more poorly situated property, even though it's half the price, as the no deal. The deal is 100% the $1 million property. You can get away with a lot in real estate when the location is good. You can get away with a lot. So again, $1 million property for the win on this one. Absolute deal. I missed that property. We did buy it, kept it for a couple of years, and it was an awesome, awesome property. So that is it for Deal or No Deal today. Stay tuned for another round next month. Remember to like and subscribe, and sky's the limit.